Now, it doesn't get much better than this, Darren. We have an Olympian in our studio this morning.
Well, we're certainly blessed this morning, Audrey. A very good morning to you. We're joined by our very special guest here today. A big welcome to Irish Olympic boxer Grainne Walsh. Grainne is here to talk about a subject very close to her heart, the promotion of women's health and women in sport. And you're actually going to be hosting a Women in Sport conference for the Irish Boxing Association this Sunday at the Carlton Hotel in Blanchardstown, near your high performance centre there. Very good morning to you. Welcome.
Thanks very much. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. I know you've been helping to front this campaign, Grainne, to raise awareness and open the conversation really about body composition. Can you tell me, first of all, why this is so important for you?
I think nowadays with the influence of social media and, you know, this kind of false reality of what people, I think like young people are very easily led, and when they're looking online at these influencers and thinking, this is what I should strive to look like or whatever, or a number on a scales. I just think it can be quite damaging for the younger generation. So I think it's important for people like myself, elite sports people, to have the conversation around it. And that's why I just think it is very important that people are discussing it to raise awareness.
Yeah, well, I think it's really important that it's someone like you that's actually discussing this, because weight is such an association with boxing, doesn't it? And I just wonder, what lessons have you learned in your career?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people with eating disorders in boxing because it is so weight, you know, like we could weigh ourselves 4 times a day, which is not healthy to do so, but like that's what we need to do to be a certain weight for a fight. But yeah, I just think like weight and a number on a scales is not one of those things that should be dwelled on too much. It should be about how you feel.
It's not defining you.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And, you know, like the food chain and everything, just getting all your normal things in daily, getting enough sleep, all the things that are so basic but so important. People always say to me about even recovery and ice baths and all that, and although they are great, but the best form of recovery is sleep and nutrition. Yeah. So they're the things that are sometimes overlooked.
It's just one of a number of challenges, I think, facing young women in sport. What do you think are the other ones that need to be addressed?
I think it is definitely improving, and female representation is definitely on the up. But having conversations like this are important, and you know, having a female voice sometimes where it's often in a male-dominated place. But yeah, I'm just glad to be in a position to actually speak about it, and thanks for giving me the platform to talk about it as well.
I know you go to a lot of schools. What are you seeing with the younger girls in terms of sport and sport participation?
Yeah, another thing I'm very passionate about is the Dare to Believe programme, which I'm a member of with Team Ireland, with the OFI, and going to different schools and speaking to kids from primary school right up to TY in 5th year. I was in a school in Lehane last Friday with 5th year girls, and they were actually wondering how to avoid the drop-off rate, because I even know when I was competing when I was 16, 17, it's at the age when you're starting to go out a bit more and there's social occasions and stuff. But I think it is important as well for us to have conversations around how to keep young people involved in sport and making it fun and interactive and not so serious all the time. But
yeah. How important were role models for you growing up?
Katie Taylor, obviously it's very obvious that Katie Taylor will be a role model for me, but sometimes role models aren't always what you see on the telly and, you know, that their names are up in bright lights. Role models for me are my parents and my family and my coaches that I've had from the first time I put on a pair of gloves. So role models, I take great pride in being a role model myself for the younger generation. So hopefully I can keep setting a good example and kind of helping people go in the right direction.
We certainly hope you can keep doing that. How was Paris? I know it's been a lifelong dream for you to get to the Olympics. You got there finally in Paris. It didn't go so well in the ring. How do you reflect on it now all these months later?
Yeah, even when I was there, like, it was such an amazing experience. It really was. And like, I always say the 2 weeks of Paris is only the 2 weeks of Paris, and I'm boxing since 2012, and all the years of hard work, and like you said beforehand, I missed out on Tokyo because of injury, and there are things that every elite sports person has to come up against and challenges you have to overcome. But to finally get there and to get to experience it with my family, and I had loads of friends and cousins and stuff that came over, so yeah, I look back on it with amazing memories. But I think the fact that the results didn't go my way, it'll give me the bit between the teeth, I suppose, to go again for LA.
So you're definitely, LA is on the horizon.
Yeah, well, you know, God willing, I'll keep training away, and hopefully I can keep improving, and we'll see us in LA.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. And I think one thing that struck me before we came in here, I was asking you about Paris, and you said, you know, it's not really about the moment, it's more about the journey for you. And is that an important kind of message, I think, to give to young sports people as well?
Definitely to young people. Like, people have this perception that I'll be happy when I get to a certain thing, or when I achieve a certain thing, that's when I'll be happy. If you're not happy doing the daily graft of trying to make that your reality, I don't think it weighs up. And definitely in a sporting career anyway, like I said, it's 2 weeks, 12 years of hard work to get there. If you're miserable for the 12 years but you're happy in the 2 weeks, it doesn't really weigh up. So just trying to see the good in every day and have the positive sort of mindset. That's what gives me the encouragement kind of to keep going.
I think really, really important one. Worlds in March?
Worlds in March in Belgrade. So as we were just talking about before as well, it's been a bit stop-start since Paris, but having something to aim for now again is giving everyone great motivation, and I'm so looking forward to getting back between the ropes, and getting things moving again.
It's been great having you here. Good luck with everything in the coming months.
Thanks a million for having me.
Yeah.